All right, hi everyone. So my name is Bianca. I am a senior executive, listen to me, a senior executive director. I'm an executive director with the company, which means that I am one position away from the top. And I want to thank you guys for getting on tonight. I know it takes a lot to be open-minded and jump on and listen to one of these opportunity calls. So it does mean a lot, and I promise I will make this short, sweet, and to the point. So before I get into my story, there are three things that I want to make sure you guys know about me. So the first one was that I had no sales experience prior to starting this opportunity. The second one was that I had never been in network marketing before. And the third one is that honestly, I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I started this opportunity. I really wasn't looking for it when it presented itself, but that's the beauty of life. Sometimes things just happen for the right reasons. So let's flash back to July 2018. I was on social media like we all are, and I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw one of my really good friends posting about these hair care products. And I was like, why is she posting about these products? I don't understand. In my eyes, she was like living the dream because she had just moved to Mississippi to pursue her dream job as a news reporter. So she was reporting on live television. What I didn't know was that she was getting paid like $11 an hour. So she could barely make ends meet. She could barely pay her rent. She had no extra funds. It was hard for her to even buy groceries. So her father was still helping her at this point, but I had no idea. Honestly, it really took me seeing her post a little bit about her lifestyle changing for me to be like, hold on a minute, like what's going on here? Like it took a $500 check for me to be like, girl, tell me what this is, because I was a broke college student. So I was on my final year of grad school. I was studying, getting my master's degree in interior architecture. And I was very passionate and very serious and driven when it came to my degree. So obviously when this opportunity was presented, I was like, but it's shampoo. Like that has nothing to do with what I'm studying. Like, what am I going to gain out of this? Like, I really had to think about that for a moment. But on the side, I was selling clothes online on Poshmark, on Mercari, like literally selling anything possible just to have extra money. I was not taking on any random 9-to-5 jobs because for me, spending 40 hours a week, getting like a $200, $300 paycheck and distracting myself and taking those hours out of my study, it just wasn't worth it. So what really attracted me and got me open to listening to the opportunity was the flexibility. The fact that this was something that I could tailor to my life and fit into my schedule. So I could work it in between classes. I could work it on my lunch break. I could work it in bed before going to school. Like the flexibility was everything to me. So fast forward after I'm like, girl, tell me what this is. The reason why I made the decision was because I always wanted to have my own firm. Like that was a possibility to me. If I could have my own firm and experience being a business owner, that would be great. This will give me that experience. The second thing was, as an interior designer, sorry, somebody's not muted. As an interior designer, you can be the best designer in the world, but if you don't know how to pitch your work against another designer, it doesn't matter how good your designs are. They're going to go with the other person. So I was like, okay, if I can have some sort of experience to learn how to sell myself, that would be great. And then the icing on the cake would be, if I could get great hair, that would be even better. At the time, also, I had tried so many vegan products and none of them worked for me. So the fact that these products were vegan was not something appealing to me. It was kind of a turnoff, honestly. But let me tell you, these products, they are unmatched. The reason why our products are so different when there's plenty of other vegan hair care and skincare products out there is because of the science and technology behind our products. So we're called Modern Nature, Monate, and that's just modern science and technology mixed with naturally based ingredients. So when you use these products, you see very different results. There's a whole bunch of science and technology behind them and specific ingredients that are patented towards us, which are the reason why these products work. So one of the biggest thing that people notice with our products is not only growth, but shine, because what we do is we lift off all of the buildup that you've accumulated over time with drugstore products, which is what I didn't even know. Your hair is literally being coated in waxes and silicones from your drugstore products. And that's why most of the time people feel like their hair is stuck in the same place. So after I learned a little bit about the products, I was like, okay, girl, let's do this. I'm ready. I did not have the money. I had to charge this on a credit card. And when she told me like $300, I was like, oh, girl, I ain't got no $300. But you know what? I'm going to charge this on a credit card, because if I can see the turnaround and just make an extra $200, $300, $500 a month, I would be so happy. That money for me would alleviate so much stress and so much of the financial burden, because I had no financial independence. I was begging my parents for money, begging my boyfriend, like, can you pay this for me? Can you pay that for me? Because I literally had no financial independence, point blank. So a little bit about what we do. It's really not as complicated as people make it out to be. It's social selling. So this attracted me just because of the fact that I realized I wasn't going to be doing anything that I don't already do. So everybody already washes their hair. Everybody already washes their face. You're not asking anybody to implement some crazy routine or products into their life. Everybody's already doing this. So what you're doing is you're saying, hey, wash your hair or your face with healthier products for you. It's the same concept as like you recommending a Netflix show to somebody. Like, hey, oh my God, you should watch this Netflix show. It's so good. And then your friend goes and watches it, and then they tell their friend, and now everybody's watching it, but you're not getting paid for it. So this is that. You are telling people and you're sharing your personal experience, your personal results, and that is what's going to sell the products. So you're using social media. A lot of us are used to using social media to like stalk our friends and stalk our future boyfriends. We're not used to using it as a business platform. So for me, I like admired bloggers and influencers so much, and I would like just fantasize like having their life and these sponsorships where they would go and send them out to travel for free and like give them all this amazing stuff. And I was like, I want that so bad, but I never knew how I could do that. You know, I'm just a regular schmegular person, right? So in comes money, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it a try. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but the perks of everything is that you're learning as you go. You have an amazing team. You have your mentorship. You have resources. You have everything you need to succeed. And on top of it, you have amazing incentives. So you're getting paid every Friday. We get paid 5 times a week. We make 15 to 30% off of our commissions. We get a cut for every person that we bring into the business. And then as you're growing a team and they're making sales, you're making a commission off of those sales. So it goes beyond just you. You start to build residual income. So residual income is like when you're literally making money while you sleep. So when I go to bed and I wake up in the morning, boom, sales have been made, money is flowing, right? So that's something that we don't have when we're tied to our 9-to-5 job, building somebody else's dream and neglecting our own. So this is your chance to be your own boss, create your own schedule, dictate when you're going to get a raise, how much you want to make. I mean, you can even get a free car with this. So I'll tell you about my 2005 Toyota Chum Bucket. That's what I call it. I was really grateful for her because she got me from point A to point B. But obviously, when the opportunity presented itself that I could pick up a free paid for car, I did. And what I got to do was I got to give that car to somebody else who needed it. So that Toyota, I mean, it was still working perfectly. She just wasn't aesthetically pleasing or luxurious. But I got to give it to somebody. And that's an opportunity that I would have never had if it wasn't for the company, somebody who really needed it. You can go on expense paid for trips. So let's fast forward a little bit. After I signed up, I got started. I didn't know what I was doing. I just started posting, sharing my results. I was loving the products and my friends were loving the products. And then I started noticing like, wait, people are actually like buying products from me and people are actually joining my team. Like, what is going on? And so it snowballed and turned into this way bigger thing than I expected, to the point that when I graduated with my master's degree in May, I had already gone on 2 expense paid for trips. I went to Nashville with the company and I went to Vegas with the company. And I didn't just go by myself. I went with my friends, because the people that you're inviting into this organization and into this journey, like, you are in control of that. So essentially the people that I was inviting into the opportunity that said yes, they were my friends. So these were the people that were going with me on these free trips. So I had went on these trips. I had picked up the car. I was already making 4 figures a month. Like, I made a very hard decision that I was actually not going to go into my field of study, one that I spent 5 years, blood, sweat, and tears. Like, I worked so hard for that degree, and I decided that I was not going to pursue that. But because I found a new passion in this business, and that passion is really just helping people. Like, I help build confidence every day, whether it's through these products and giving people results, because there's a lot of people that are using hair care products that they are not happy with, that are not giving them results. The reason why we sell these products versus you going to the store and picking them up off of a shelf is because they're personalized and they're specific to whatever you have going on. So if you're suffering from hair loss, I got you. If you're suffering from damage, colored processing, like, damage from that, I got you. So these products are very hair specific, but they also cater to everybody. We have a women's line, a men's line, a kids line, a doggy line. Like, we have products for everybody under the sun. So that's what's really great about this opportunity. And once I graduated and I made that decision, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this full time. And that was that. So fast forward a few more months, I actually have somebody on this call that was one of the first people that I invited to join me on this journey. So I started, and of course I started sharing it with all my friends, and I was super excited. And I saw a lot of potential in her. I know she has a lot of influence. And she was like, no, like, thank you, but no thank you. And okay, I kept posting, I kept showing up, I was doing the business with or without her, she kept watching, and she's gonna tell you a little bit about her story and what kind of shifted her into, making the decision to start this business. And so Tay, if you can unmute yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Diana. You can call me Tay. So as Bianca was saying, yes, I was #1 skeptical out of everyone on social media. I was like, I am not gonna join this business. So Bianca, I'm gonna go back to what she was saying. So she reaches out to me. It was basically 8 months before I even thought of joining the business. And she's like, Tay, you would do so amazing at this business. Like, oh my God, you need to join me. And I saw her message and I was like, what do I look like? I'm like, I have a bachelor's degree. I just graduated. I'm supposed to go into my full-on career, whether it's television or I don't know. I was just like, I am not going to do shampoo. Like, I am not going to be that girl. And I feel like you might be in this call right now and you're like, somebody told me about the opportunity, but I still don't get it. And I still don't get why these girls are even selling these shampoo products or whatever it is that they're doing. Cause you're probably on this call because you're finding out what we do. So I definitely was one of those girls where I never asked her any more questions. She told me about it. I said no. And then from there, for 8 months, guys, I watched her life. I literally saw her going on trips. I saw her buying all these cute clothes. Guys, you can tell when somebody has new clothes, okay? You can tell when somebody got money now because I saw her go from she would never post, first of all. She would never really talk about her life. And first, she would not be traveling like that before. And I knew that she was doing her master's degree. And I also knew that she was studying to be an architect. And you guys know that architect students, they're making little sticks all day long. So they don't have time to be working a full-time job. So I kind of was I just watched her. Everything that she would post, I would literally stalk every single girl on social media that she would post. I would see their hair products. I would see their hair growth. I kept watching their results, especially in their hair, because I've always been a hair person. So I would actually see how their hair started changing with time. So I guess I want to go back and tell you a little bit about myself. So me personally, I was struggling so bad, not only just after high school. I think for a long time in my life, I've struggled financially. And I'm Christian. So my brother's actually a young adult pastor. And after I graduated college, my heart was ministry. So my heart was to build the church, build people, be able to be present with them. So it was kind of in my mind, it was like a full-time job. It didn't make sense because we have to plan so many events for church, and we have to be there for the people from church, and we have to be there all the time, you know? And I was like, how would this, like, how can I do a full-time job? It just didn't make sense for me. So I was just like praying to God for months, guys. I don't know how many people there are in this call right now. There's like 95 of you. I was praying for months, and I realized something. I realized you can pray all you want, but if you don't make a decision for yourself, you're not going to get anywhere in life. And so while her life kept changing every single month, my life stayed the same. Yes, I was building for the kingdom, and yes, I was doing the best that I can, but financially, I was getting nowhere in life. And so I came to the point, I came to the end of myself where I said, okay, these girls are being successful in this business. Why can't I be successful too? You know, why can't I give myself this opportunity? I could barely pay for my gas. I was doing an internship, and I couldn't even make it to my internship because I didn't have gas money. I couldn't pay for my phone bill, and I was just going through it because you guys know that when you're going through it financially, it gets to you. It gets to your mental health. It gets to your confidence. It gets to everything inside of you where you feel like you're not good enough. And I felt like I wasn't good enough for a season of my life because I was like, man, everybody's building something, but why does it feel like I'm not building anything? Because in front of me there was no financial anything. So long story short, I reached out to Bianca and I said, Bianca, okay, you know what, let's do this thing. Like, I was like, let's do it. I didn't know what was going to happen. I don't know what was going to come from it. I don't know. I didn't know. I just said I need to make a decision for myself. And guys, I didn't even have the money to join the business. So if you're watching this call and you're maybe thinking, well, I don't have the money to join this, or I don't really get it, or whatever it is, whatever doubt you have, you make it happen, and you're going to figure it out after you join. Because I didn't have the money, and literally my brother paid for me to get started in this business because I was like, either I start now or I'm literally just gonna I'm gonna give up on this opportunity. So if you're listening in today and you're saying, well, I don't have the money, if you wanted something, if you want the newest iPhone, you're gonna make money, you're gonna find a way to get the new iPhone. If the new computer comes out, you're going to make time to get that money. You know, like whatever it is, you're going to make time or make effort to make the money because you want whatever it is that they're offering you. So it really depends on how much change you want in your life. Do you want your situation to change? Do you want your life to actually change? And that was where I was. I was like, you know what? If I don't make a decision now, I don't know what's it going to be for my life. So I took the decision. I went for it. And guys, I'm 10 months into the business, and it's crazy because I would watch all these girls, and I would be the first one to be like, there's no way that they're actually making that much money. There's no way that they're actually traveling. There's no, like, literally, I was like, there's no way. And then guess what, guys? I already went to Ohio with the business. I am going to Vegas in 2 months with the business. I am going to Dominican Republic with the business in November. So I'm like, this is my life now. Like, I'm actually living what I saw them do a year ago. And I'm just like, wow, I can't believe that if I wouldn't taken this opportunity, if I didn't go for this, I wouldn't be who I am today. Guys, I've grown in ways that I would have never imagined. My confidence has grown. The community that I'm building, if you guys go on social media and you guys want to find us, we are building like a movement of women who are supporting each other, who are collaborating with each other, who want the best for each other. We're lifting each other up every single step of the way. So whether you're looking at this opportunity and you're saying, well, what am I going to benefit from this? If you can gain confidence, you're benefiting in life. If you can gain community, you're benefiting in life. If you can gain money comes and goes, but you know what? Who you are at the end of the day, it's like that's what you're leaving behind. Who are you? What type of woman do you want to be? What type of man do you want to be? And this opportunity gave me the room to grow in ways that I would have never imagined. Actually, last night I was thanking God because I'm like, wow, God, thank you for giving me the wings. Thank you for literally giving me a place to be able to expand myself and grow myself and believe in myself. If you're in this call right now and you've been going through some stuff and you're saying, man, like, I'm so discouraged. I feel stuck. I feel like I don't know what to do next. I was that person. I didn't know what to do, but here I am giving you an opportunity to help you, to get you to the next level. And I'm telling you, if you hold our hand, if you hold my hand and you trust us, it's simply that, trust us, or trust your mentor, trust the person that invited you to this call. If you just trust us, guys, what can happen in a year, you're not even going to recognize yourself because you took this opportunity to change your life. And I'm also about to become a founder of the business. So I went from not being able to pay for a coffee cup, and then this week, in 3 days, guys, I'm going to go ahead and continue to say this, because in 3 days, what a year ago I couldn't pay a coffee, now in 3 days, I'm about to become a founder of a billion-dollar company. Do you know what that means? That in 10 months, I changed my whole life. And now the rest of my life, I could only imagine what's going to happen. To be able to pick up my Cadillac. In 2 months, I'm going to be able to pick up my Cadillac. Everything has changed. And like, Bianca and I are really passionate about this because we've seen the change in our lives. We've seen the change in every woman that we are surrounded by and the men that we are surrounded by. And we want you to have this opportunity that can genuinely change your life. And I don't know, Bianca, if you wanted to go ahead and say something.
Yes. I mean, it's so funny, guys, because when I finally got her, she bought products. So she bought the products, and then I followed up with her, and I like kept following up with her. Like, how's it going? How are the products? How are the products? Do you like them? I was like nervous because I really wanted her to love them. And she wouldn't reply. Like, she would not reply to me. And then finally, like 3 months later, I get a notification on on Instagram. And it says like, Tay has mentioned you on her story. And I'm like, oh goodness. Like, is this a bad thing? Is this a good thing? Like, I was literally so nervous. Like, my stomach was in knots. And guess what? She was raving about the products. She loved them so much that she did that post, it got me 8 clients from her posting it. So her sharing the results, all those people came to me and they were like, I want to try these products. Like, I've seen the change in her hair. Like, she's preaching about them. Like, I want to try, basically. And it's so crazy to me how much her life has changed. But this is the reality. So let me tell you about the business and why this is the opportunity. So if you try to go to any other network marketing company, there's a big difference. They've been around for a very long time. Our company is 5 years old. So in 5 years, we've been able to climb all the way to the top of the charts when it comes to being the #1 premium luxury hair care company worldwide. That's us. And that's out there. Like, if you look at numbers, #1 is us, #2 is Aveda. So in 5 years, if we were able to do that with hair care, what is the possibility with skincare? So with skincare, we just launched in September. It's been 5 months. That means that when you join this opportunity, you're going to be able to say, I joined Money when we just launched skincare. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you, in 5 years, this company's not going to be the same. In 10 years, this company's not going to be the same. In 20 years, it's not going to be the same. This company is not the same when I joined a year and a half ago. Okay, when I joined a year and a half ago, we just started in Miami. It was like a group of like 5 or 6 of us. And we turn around and we look at everything now. The Miami team has just produced $4 million this month. Like, it is insane what has been able to be accomplished in that short amount of time. But it's because this opportunity is a golden lottery ticket, and it's the lottery ticket that we are offering you. So I'll tell you that I was not really skeptical about this business model, just because I had seen the way that we consume products was changing. Stores were closing down, everything was going online. And if you look back at when Netflix was just being born, Netflix went to Blockbuster and they offered them the opportunity to buy into Netflix. And guess what Blockbuster did? They literally laughed in their face and told them to get out of the meeting. And guess what? Where's Blockbuster now? Nowhere. Where's Netflix? Like, I think they're like almost $1 billion company. Don't know the exact numbers, but it's insane. It's really about disrupt or be disrupted. And our company is disrupting the industry. We are the only hair care direct sales company out there. So there's no competition when it comes to, our industry and our products. The beauty market is huge. So you're going to be sharing something that everybody's using. You're not going to be changing anything about your lifestyle, which is what I absolutely love about this company. It's not about, oh, you need to be this person and you need to look like that and you need to do this. No, it's about being you. And that's one of the most important things. And that's what you find in this company. You really do find yourself and your passions and that community that honestly I thought I had before, but I didn't have. When you're surrounded by people that actually genuinely care and want to see you succeed, it's so different than being around the same group of people that always have something negative to say or always want to put you down. The environment is completely different. So when you join, it's very simple. This is not a complicated business model. You don't have to purchase products monthly. You don't have to stock your garage with products and carry inventory. We have no minimum requirements. All you have to do is purchase your initial pack with your personal products so that you can try out the products and have a testimony. If you're not using the products, there's nothing to go off of. So the reason why you have to purchase a package is because that is you getting skin in the game. That is you investing in yourself and in your business. If you're a business owner, you already know that you could not spend a couple $100 for the opportunity to make thousands of dollars, get a free car, go on free trips. I have business owners on my team. One specifically is Krista. She owns a bikini line that's hers. She invested $20,000 to open up that bikini line, and that's her business. She had no mentor. She had nobody telling her, do this, do that. That's not right. That's not going to work for you. If she made a mistake, it cost her a lot of money. So this is completely different because you're opening up your own business with very, very little risk. So you'll have a 30-day money back guarantee to fall back on. Hey, if you're not impressed with the quality of the products, if you're not loving them, you can get your money back. So there's no really stress. There's nothing to freak out about. It's really just a matter of making the decision to go for it. Because I know that I didn't wake up one day and say, hey, I want to be a part of network marketing. Absolutely not. Like, no way. Like, the impression that I had of network marketing and direct sales before was really negative. And Tay can say the same thing. It was not something that I wanted to be a part of. The way that I had viewed network marketing was cold messaging random people, telling them to join my team, blah, blah, blah. And that's not what this is. Because on this team, in this company, we're really big on social media and using that platform for good. So I started this business with 1,700 followers. I'm almost about to break 15,000 followers, and that's all through learning how to use social media. And these are some of the tools that we give you. And it's like Tay was saying, if Monet were to fall down tomorrow, I know that at the end of the day, nobody can take away the personal growth that I got from this company, the skill set when it comes to talking to people, selling myself. Like, nobody can take that away from me. You could take away the car, you could take away the money, you could take away the trips, but nobody can take that away from me. So this is something that honestly, it's for you if you're willing to put in the work. So, it's all fine and dandy. You can make all this money, you can do all this stuff, but you really have to put aside, your fears. Because the hardest thing about this is stepping out of your comfort zone. There's nothing about the business model that's hard. The hardest thing is getting out of your own way. And I always go back to this story where before I started interior design, I was petrified. I didn't even want to apply to the program because I told myself there were way more talented people out there. You're trash. You're not smart enough. You can't do it. For a whole year, I fed these lies to myself. And then one day I told myself, nobody's actually stopping me from doing this. Like, I'm stopping myself. From that point, I made the decision. I was like, okay, I'm just going to apply. Let's see what happens. I applied to the program. I got accepted. And let me tell you, with a lot of hard work, I actually wasn't that bad. So every semester, they would have Design Excellence Awards. And I would win them. Like, I would win one here, and I would win the next semester and the next semester. And I was like, what is going on? But you know what it is? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. I have carried that lesson with me my whole entire life. So I knew that I didn't need to know every detail about this business. All I had to do was work hard, show up, and be coachable. And that's why I think I've had so much of the success that I've had. And I go to sleep at night super fulfilled knowing that a lot of the people in my organization, like Tay, are getting the exact same thing, because this is duplicatable. This is a duplicatable business. If you see somebody who's successful in the business, if you take the time to watch the trainings, to talk to people, you will have success. There's no way you can't have success unless you're literally not showing up. Tay, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I did. So you're never gonna feel ready. Like, you need to know this. You're never gonna feel ready. And that was me. It wasn't that I felt ready. I just felt like I needed a change in my life. And whoever's watching this right now, I think you just need to be honest with yourself and say, what is an area of your life or my life that you really want to see a change in? And just walk in the direction of something that truly scares the heck out of you. Because I feel like the only times I've seen myself truly grow is when I walk into things that I don't feel like I'm worthy of, or that I don't feel like I'm even capable of doing. And then I don't have, just like Bianca was saying, and then when you're on the other side, you're like, wow, I'm actually not that bad at it, you know, or wow, like I've actually been called to do something like this, you know. And I feel like this opportunity can really be a catalyst in your life, or something that propels you for the next step of your life. And that's what I've been able to take this opportunity and say, wow, this is going to prepare me for everything else that God wants to do in my life. And I've been able to learn leadership and learn so many areas of my life that I felt like I didn't even know I lacked in, but God was able to show me through this opportunity. And I feel like sometimes you don't even know you need something until you're actually in it. So I feel like right now, maybe you're like, well, I think I'm fine or whatever. Dude, give yourself the opportunity to walk into this and say, like, we'll talk like a month later, and then we'll see how you go from there. But I think I feel so fulfilled. I don't know. I feel like I haven't felt this fulfilled in so long, in the aspect that yesterday I had an event, and I just jumped. Like, it's one of those where I was like, I'm just going to make this event happen. And I don't know what's going to come from it. I don't know who's going to show up. I don't know. Literally, I was just like, I'm just going to go for it. And guys, it was so crazy, because it's like one of those things where, like, what you do when no one is watching, God will go ahead and expose. And I feel like last night I had an event, and like I was able to speak, and I was able to get on a stage, which I've been able to practice through all these training calls, be able to practice talking to girls every single day. And then when I got off stage, the first thing I've heard was, wow, it's like you were meant to do this. So I was like, wow, like 10 months ago, I didn't even think I can get on a stage like that. And then now people are telling me, like, this is what you're called to do, you know? And it's not just so much like the business, but it's like to inspire and to build people and to help other people rise up to the top. And that's literally what we get to do every single day. I really believe it's building people, building community, and building a legacy. What do you want to do today that is going to affect the rest of your life? So maybe you're a mom today and you're saying, you know what, I need to make a decision today so that my children don't have to go through what I went through. Or maybe you're struggling right now and you're going to say, you know what, I never had to go to college, or I never started college. And this can be something that can be the foundation so that you can go back to college, you know? Or maybe you want to start your own business. How are you going to start your own business with no money? Might as well start this business and then have something, and then from there start your own brand. Do whatever you want to do on the side. But right now, let this opportunity change your life and be able to be the foundation for everything else in your life. And how Bianca was saying, if this was to shut down tomorrow, honestly, I gained everything. Like, you gain everything and you lose nothing when you literally have grown to the stature of who you've always wanted to be your whole life. So, you know,
and you made all your money back if anything happens.
I've made more than I've ever made in a full-time job. Like, in my phone, that's crazy to think that we make more money than somebody that's working a full-time job, literally miserable at their job. And once it doesn't even, some people are working 3 jobs a day. And honestly, if you do that, I give props to you. But guys, like, this opportunity can cut down all 3 jobs and then just let you be able to work through your phone, and changes everything.
Amen.
So,
and sometimes you're working next to somebody and you're working 10 times harder than them. And, you know, they don't show up, they're lazy, and they're getting paid the same thing that you're getting paid. So in this business, you know, your hustle is going to determine that paycheck. Your drive, your ambition is going to determine where you go. And that's something that is an equal opportunity that we don't have in the typical workplace, especially in the 9 to 5 where, you know, you're kind of, look, I worked an internship while I did this business, and I was miserable at my internship because I was waking up at 6 a.m., sitting in an hour traffic, going to the job, being there all day, leaving at 6 o'clock, getting home at 7 o'clock. And by the time I was home, I was exhausted. There was no time for me, my passions, what I wanted out of life. I was like tied down to what everybody else was making me feel like I had to do. I did the internship specifically so that I could make the decision wholeheartedly with Monet and know that I did the internship and I didn't like it. I didn't want to be a part of that. So, you know, it's crazy what you can do with this business, but let's just sum it all up for you. What you'll do is you'll select a package. It's a hair care package that comes with your personal products, your samples, your marketing material. The most expensive is $7.99. The cheapest is $1.99. The $1.99 package is amazing. It comes with 6 products, but no skincare and only 1 shampoo and conditioner. If you're not somebody with this specific hair type that is thin, oily, if you have frizzy hair, you do not want to go with that package because the products won't work for you. It's our volume line. What it does is it plumps up your hair. It gives you body and volume. You really want to make sure that you talk to whoever sent you on this call so you get exactly the products you need so that you trust the brand, that you love the company, because that confidence is what's going to help you skyrocket in the business. Because if you don't have that confidence and you don't have a good impression of the company, you're not really going to like it. The other thing that I wanted to end it with is that if you were to sign up now, you guys have the opportunity to earn a fully expense paid trip to the Dominican Republic. So right now, that is the next trip that we have that everybody's working towards. Obviously, the earlier you start, the more time you have to be able to qualify to go. So I had a girl that signed up last year in March. So she actually didn't sign up in February. She signed up in March. She went to Cancun last year, which is the same trip. It's called Passport. And that was her first family vacation, fully expense paid. I'm talking flights, alcohol, food, hotel, not just for her, but for her husband. So she was able to go with her husband and her baby, and that was their first vacation because she came into the business early and worked really hard. So that is the same opportunity that you guys have. If you were to take advantage, you would have an upper hand because you would have a lot of time to get yourselves there. Personally, when I went to Cancun, I qualified my boyfriend to go. We got a suite with the company. And, you know, he was somebody that wasn't super skeptical, but definitely like, you're always going to be that girl on Instagram that sold something. And when he went and he was exposed to the community, he literally told me that he wished every network marketing company was like ours, because if they were, we wouldn't have such a bad rep. Network marketing, you know, I'm sure if you've heard of network marketing, you've never had a good taste in your mouth, but I have to tell you, this is something completely different. So that's everything that we wanted to share with you. Remember that nothing changes if nothing changes. We can't control the situation that we're born into, but we can use opportunities like this one to catapult us into a whole different life. And I can promise you that. So thank you guys for getting on. If you have any questions, reach out to the person that sent you on this call. And thank you guys so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.